Hey, welcome to the Spitter Swab Beer Review. I'm Jammer.
Welcome. I am Shagdog. I gotta get my color changed. That's bothering me.
Shagdog, I got Brewdog.
Why am I red?
Shagdog, I got Brewdog.
Hey, you do
Winter
have.
Staycation Toffee Pecan Stout. United we stand, better beer, fiercely defiant, independent.
Yeah, I'm red for some reason.
This Toffee Pecan Stout by Brewdog is 7.5% ABV.
Wow. Beer Advocate Jammer gives that one 89. 89 Beer Advocate.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. And they're brewed out of Scotland. I'm doing Clown Shoes Pecan Pie Porter. This one on Beer Advocate gets a amazing score of 85. It's an Imperial Porter and 8% ABV, which I believe that's what it says in the can. It does.
This by Winter Staycation by Brewdog was designed for a fireside indulgence. So they say the stout is rich, decadent, and often compared to dessert in a glass. Shagdog.
Mine has a big paragraph, but I'm not going to read it. It's really big.
You can't read it.
It's too much. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't have a paragraph. A seasonal favorite to go alongside a classic dessert. Pecan pie porter puts sweet dessert flavors inside a full-bodied and robust porter. There you go. Yeah, definitely nice dark color. Kind of a dark brown, super dark brown.
Well, Shagdog, mine. It's got some red hues on the side, but man, it's dark. It's really got more like a garnet red. And look at that fluffy, frothy, fascinating, fantastic head. You know, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Let me give you a little snifferino here, Shagdog. Let me get the schnoz to work. Ooh, that's nice. I'm getting some coffee. Some nutty pecans. Nutty. Yes.
Yeah, a little nuttiness. Yeah.
And a little bit of roasted, I'd like to say, cocoa. Or chocolate.
Yeah.
And maybe a nice little bit of coffee in there, like a little splash.
Yeah.
Make it interesting, I'm going to dive into mine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, mine's definitely dark color, dark brown. Hold it up to light. You can see a little bit of brown and red hues in there. On the nose, Jammer, I'm getting molasses, maybe a baker's chocolate. And I'm definitely picking up the nuttiness of the pecans or pecans.
Nuttiness.
Is it pecan or pecant? Pecan or pecant?
Pecan pecan. Or pecan. It's the ref of the pecan.
Pecans.
Pecan.
Yeah, we did that one time, didn't we? Shit. Yeah, I'm ready to dive in, Jammer. Hopefully it's
Go
good.
for it, my friend. Go
Cheers.
for it. Cheers. Hey, Shagdog. Let me just tell you while you're drinking. Mine had a nice coffee. Toffee, pecan, nutty, nuttiness. We got a nice little coffee flair in there. Man. And chocolate, of course. Got a nice, like, milk chocolate, actually,
Yeah.
Hey, but pretty well balanced, Shagdog. And as far as the mouth feel goes, it's it's pretty smooth. Yeah, it's a full body, like rich type flavor beer, with the chocolate and the pecan and the toffee, and of course a little bit of the coffee in there. But man, I tell you, it's got a nice little sweetness to it. But overall, pretty full body type, you know, full flavor type beer.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, this is definitely robust. Light chocolate, molasses, the pecan. It's a little
you
too
do
sweet.
say.
A little too sweet for my taste. I like a regular basic porter. I'm not really into like weird flavors in porters, but it's not too bad. It does taste a little bit like a pecan or pecan pie.
Pecan.
Just a little bit too sweet. I know you and PA Brew News love those, especially the Imperial Stouts, and they said this is an Imperial Porter, right? Yeah, it's 8%, only 8% though, but only 8%.
What?
This,
Clown Shoes?
yeah.
I thought you were talking about mine. I was going to say, Shagdog, you're wrong. It's a Toffee Pecan Stout.
Oh no, what was your ABV on yours? You remember?
7.5.
7.5. Okay.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you're
Did
wrong,
you read?
Shagdog. I'm showing the microphone the can. I just had to.
You didn't read the description, did you? Yep. Did you? Did
You
you?
didn't even say anything. I'm going like this to the microphone. I'm showing the microphone the beer. And I said, you're wrong, Shagdog. It's
thought you
a
were just-
Toffee Pecan Stout.
I thought you were just holding it up. I didn't know what you're doing. So you're trying to hold it to the camera, huh?
No, I was told. Yeah, it was supposed to go to the camera. It went to the microphone.
This one, Jammer, in the description, I said Jammer, on the other hand, is braving the calendar with Brewdog's Winter Staycation Toffee Pecan Stout, a decadent seasonal stout from Brewdog of Scotland, packed with blah, 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 blah. It's a perfect beer to make you feel like you're hibernating, even though it's spring. Why is he drinking a winter seasonal in spring? Well, apparently Jammer missed the memo on seasons. Either that or is just committed to winter forever.
You should have said I went back in time and picked one up.
You just did.
Yeah. Canned on 10/28/25 at 07:57 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's not that old. Yeah.
Mine was packaged on 9/5/25 at 1:25 p.m.
That's when they're getting ready to go home and everything, so they're not going to be all that excited, watching, we need to add this flavor, we need to do that. No.
Oh, 1:25 p.m.? That's after they come back from lunch, right?
Yeah. And if you look, it was probably a Friday, and they were getting off for the weekend, and they were really wanting to get the hell
Let's
out.
check. What was it? 9/20 or 9/5/25. What day was September 5th, 2025 on?
It is Friday.
A Friday, you're right. Son of a bitch.
That's my, what do they call that damn thing?
Premonition.
Yes. Savant type behavior.
Savant.
Yeah. I picked up, you gave me the date, and I knew it was a Friday.
Yeah. Clairvoyant.
I don't know why. I felt it was a Friday.
What's a savant? A very learned or talented person, especially one distinguished in a particular field or science or the arts.
Yeah, they have that one guy, what is it? it's my stapler. My stapler. It's a good stapler, Or 34. The sticks. I just look at the sticks laying on the ground, and it's 3,562.
It's funny when you mention it. It's my stapler. There's a lot of. You gotta go. You Mike. Well, as Jammer is slowly, will be back to us in a few seconds. Yeah, what was I talking about earlier? I can't remember. I heard the bells ring and then teacher got his wings. Oh, Savant. Well, this will give me a chance to catch up with boy. I never had this happen. Back in my young days, I would just answer the phone live on the beer review. I'd be like, what do you want? I'm doing a beer review. You kissed that. You put your tongue down that girl's throat, didn't you? It's like, we weren't even dating yet. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a good video, though. That was perfect time, and her doing that, calling me while I was in the middle of doing my malt liquor affirmations. That made the video great. Since this is so boring, we might cut this, come back and edit. Yeah. Hopefully one of our good friends is doing okay after horrible week. What the hell is that? Who are these guys? Oh. Or that's field hockey.
Teacher.
Don't look for the living among the dead.
Oh, but I know what I gotta do. We love you, Paige. This is beautiful. Look at that. Yes! Oh, yes. That looks great. Yes! Hey! No, I can't believe what I'm seeing. You just made a big mistake, Dallas. Oh, but I know what I gotta do. We love you, Paige.
Oh, this is taking longer than I thought with Jammer. I'm back. I'm talking. Hey, thanks for joining us. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Thanks for joining us. Hey, thanks for joining us. I got nothing else to say. Thanks for joining us. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Thanks for joining us. Hey, thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and liking. I am Shagdog. Still drinking my beer. Wait for Jammer to get off the phone. It was high ABV beer. I didn't even want to drink this week. Someone forced me to. I said we should take a break for a little bit. He's like, no, let's drink all of our beers first, and then we got a lot of beers to do, and then we'll take a 30 or 90-day break. 90 days? I don't want to take that long a break. I just want to take 2 weeks off. get a line, I get a pole, honey, honey. You get a line and I get a pole, babe, babe. You get a line and I get a pole. We'll go down there, rock that hole, honey, oh baby, why? Dress it right and cover down, honey, honey. Dress it right and cover down, babe, babe. Dress it right and cover down. You could get that girl on the ground, honey, oh baby, oh. I don't know what he's laughing at. But I know he can't hear me, so let's look up some. Man, I tell you what, I can't remember a lot of cadences that are. What are some fun Army basic training cadences to sing?
Some fun Army basic training songs or cadences include I Left My Home and
Tank Private, yeah, Sergeant. Tank Private, yeah, Sergeant. Don't you leave me alone. Why don't you leave me alone? Why don't you take yourself home? Why don't you take yourself home?
Take yourself home. We used to say, why don't you go back home?
There's a tank private there. There's a drill sergeant there. When I go to job, when I go to job, there's a tank private there. There's a drill sergeant there. Tank private, drill sergeant, tank private, drill sergeant. Don't you leave me alone? Why don't you leave me alone? I need you.
We'll never do that one.
Kiss my wife and say goodbye. Kiss my wife and say goodbye. Told my children not to cry.
Told my children not to cry.
What are you listening to?
Army cadence. They're making like a song though. Like, what was that? Hip hop shit.
Anyway.
So what I heard, CIA. Let's grade our beer, Jam. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll give mine a B plus and a swallow and a quarter.
I give mine a B plus and a swarter. It'd probably be a little bit better if it was a little bit more robust and less sweet for me, but yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah. Mine's pretty good.
Another hard night at work last night, Jammer.
Well, you better get knee pads.
I do scrape my right up knee, or my right knee up occasionally. My right up knee. My right knee up.
Your elbow?
No, that's just one knee.
I figured you said the right up knee, Okay. Talking about the right elbow.
Right elbows.
Because it's the up knee.
Oh, it is the up knee. Wow, that's pretty good, actually. They are, they're a little bit different, though, because depending on your arms, they're to the sides or back.
Yeah,
they're never forward. So it's almost like your feet are up on your torso, your legs, but they're kind of like sideways or backwards.
Well, a lot of people walk with their feet like that.
What's that called?
Pigeon toe or penguin style?
Yeah, I think pigeon toe's inward.
Okay.
I forget what they call that one, but let's Googleize it.
Or
what's a person who walks opposite pigeon toe with their feet outward? What's that called?
Someone who
Duck-footed or out-toeing.
is called duck-footed or is out-toeing. This condition can be temporary.
Condition is known as out-toeing.
But may persist into adult.
My brother was a little bit pigeon-toed back in his young days. When he ran, he ran kind of like that, and his feet would kick out to the side too. Everybody laughed when he ran. It was funny to watch.
Yeah. Imagine if you had your old VHS tapes that you recorded of him running.
I know. Hey, you know the kids that named. But when we moved to the east side of town, it was the hood, or somewhat the hood. So a lot of brothers there, and they beat up my brother. I think the first day, second day we moved there, where school was right across the street from us. So we went over there, and a bunch of these kids showed up and started beating my brother up, putting mud in his mouth, shoving mud in his mouth. So I ran home. They didn't touch me. I ran home and got my stepfather. But anyhow, some of those kids became his friends, and they nicknamed him Jelly Belly.
Jelly Belly.
And they called him, for short, JB. Mm-hmm. So that was his nickname. So I was at that school half a second and third grade, and then we moved to another side of town, went to a different school. So I'm trying to keep his nickname alive, called him Jelly Belly, Jelly, JB. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he got there, they nicknamed him something else. So it looked like Spanky from the Little Rascals. So they started calling him Spanky. Mm-hmm. And they tried about a month or two later, oh, that's your brother? Oh, we're going to call you Alfalfa. That didn't stick, thankfully.
Well, that's because you didn't have your hair sticking up.
Yeah. I should say, how about I call you my son because I'm about to fuck your mother.
I like how you almost make it sound like Rocky Balboa. You know?
I didn't try it. I was going to probably,
subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously, my idol.
When you're talking about boxing, right?
Yeah. Hey, I don't even know what the hell I said earlier.
You said you said something about I had it and it just you said something about
fucking her mother, but I can't remember something. You're about to be my son.
You're about to be my son because I'm fucking
your mother. Yeah.
I can't did it with the Rocky Balboa.
I can't see Rocky saying that. That'd be funny.
Try to say it again then.
You're about to be my son because I'm about to fuck your mother. I'm going too much New York there.
You can't do it now. Because I say it's Rocky Balboa and it's Brooklyn.
I know. Yo, Adrian. Yeah. Yo, Adrian. Adrian. You gotta get a little more. You see, you gotta do a little bit of an Italian accent with a little bit of retardedness.
Yeah, that's how.
A little bit of Italian, a little bit of Downs.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, yo, Adrian. Add a little, stuff like that. Yeah. Hey, yo, Adrian. You're about to be my son because I'm out of the country. Good job about the fuck your mother.
Adrian is going to become his son.
No, stop. Go back. Go about the story earlier.
Oh boy.
A little bit of Downs, Italian Downs. Oh, I got something interesting to tell you, Jammer. I didn't get all the names. I didn't go through the whole cast, but I went through most of it. My parents were watching The Greatest Story Ever Told yesterday.
Indeed.
And of course, Max von Sydow, or however you say his name, he was Jesus in that movie. He died a few years ago. He made it that long.
Vidal?
Max von Sydow. Von Sydow, Sydow. Van. No, not John Cena. No, Max von Sydow. The guy who played Jesus in The Greatest Story Ever Told.
Okay.
And then he played in Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone. He was the old man, and he was old forever. And he lived a few years ago. Anyhow, that movie, I'm like, how many of these guys are still alive? Corporal, what was the guy dressed up as a girl? Mash Klinger?
Oh, that was Lieutenant.
Corporal Klinger, right? The one dressed up as women in MASH.
Klinger, yeah, was a woman.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's like 90, 91.
Jamie Farr, that's who.
Yeah, I forgot. He played one of the lesser disciples, like Thaddeus or some shit like that.
Did he?
He was one of the disciples. Yeah, I forget which one. Greatest story ever told. He's really young in that one. That was like in the 50s. But everybody else, Roddy McDowell's in there. He's Matthew. He's gone.
He would have been good as a little Satan or a demon.
The guy who played Satan in that movie is the guy who was the professor or whatever in Halloween, the original Halloween.
Gilgal Allen.
No, I didn't say that about not that professor. He played like the doctor or whatever. Halloween.
That was a delayed reaction when you said the professor.
Yeah.
And I thought about it and I said, Professor, that's Gilligan's Island. And then you said Judge Dredd, and I'm like, what?
You're all over the place. Anyhow, so the guy who played Corporal Klinger, and I think the guy that played Peter is still alive. I didn't get to look through all of them.
Are you mixing shows now, Peter? Who's Peter?
Peter, St. Peter. Hey, Peter.
Oh. You said Peter, I automatically thought the Brady Bunch.
That's very good. Brady Bunch. Who's Peter?
Hey, you said Peter. That's in the Bible.
That's crazy.
Marianne ain't gonna like that.
Yeah. Anyhow, there's only a couple of them still alive. As far as I know, only two. I didn't look through the whole cast,
Really?
but I looked through a lot of them. They're all dead except for those two.
I know Radar is still alive.
Yeah. Radar, yeah, they're the only two, I think, aren't they? from
Colonel
MASH?
Potter's dead.
Oh, Alan Alda's still alive.
Alan
yeah.
Alda is alive. And isn't that the Trapper still alive?
Is that BJ or Trapper?
BJ, BJ. Whatever.
The original one or the one later on?
I think BJ was the one later on.
BJ from MASH, is he still alive? I think he's dead. Mike Farrell.
Yes. Mike Farrell, who played Captain BJ.
No, he's still alive. How come he's not in it?
He turned 87 in February 2020.
He'll be 87.
Remains
He was
active.
one of the young ones. Huh? Who else? Klinger, Radar. I think that's it. Right? And Alan Alda. Just those four.
Trapper, you can look up Trapper.
Who's still alive from MASH?
Trapper?
As of early 2000,
Alan Alda, Jamie Farr, Mike Farrell with BJ, and Gary Burgott, Radar Riley. Trapper
Jamie Farr, Mike
would be
Farrell,
dead.
and Gary Burgott.
Who played Trapper on MASH? Wayne Rogers. Is that the same thing as BJ or?
I don't know, but look up.
No.
Winston.
Oh, Wayne Rogers dead. Oh, he's the original. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, 2015.
The guy that played in MASH that was Winston.
Oh, Winston. Yeah, he's dead.
I
Who
would
played
think so.
Winston in MASH? Major or something?
Winchester.
David Ogden
David
played
Ogden
Major
Spears.
Charles Winchester in the television series MASH.
He died in
He
2018.
was
Didn't hear
in the show
nothing about that
from
either, did you? I don't recall
1983
hearing anything
and
about
earned
that.
2 Emmy nominations for his role.
See, some actors like that, they'll mention it one day. It's not big news. So if you missed the fucking news that day,
Yeah.
you missed that person.
And here's the thing about those type of actors too, if they're able to be steadily working, going to movie from movie to movie to movie, or show, and you're making you're banking, and you're doing that, and you don't become mainstream famous, meaning easily recognizable. Boom, you're famous. I know you're famous. Hey, aren't you? Yeah, you're that guy. Yeah, you're Shagdog from Spittleswap Beer Review, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they're a big fan, actual fan of that person. I like him in all that movies. This is one of my best supported actors.
Then you spot him right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you have the kind of fame that nobody really recognizes you. If you're,
And if they recognize you, a lot of them don't know your name.
Yeah, and they don't want to go up, and in some ways when they recognize a famous person, they want to go up more often.
Mm-hmm.
You would think, right? But when they don't, they're hesitant, and so if you're not the mainstream famous, then you're going to be that person that they're, all the time.
I don't think ever in public I've seen anybody famous besides the giant wrestler Paul White, the Big Show, in Tampa Airport. Yeah. And this guy's not even famous, but his brother is an actor, movie, politician from Panama, Ruben Blades. His brother I met at a party in Panama, so I didn't really meet Ruben Blades, but his DNA I met. That sounded gay.
Remembers you too.
That sounded gay too. Not that I saw his DNA. I didn't touch his DNA. Wait, I didn't even see it.
Taste it?
No. I was in proximity of his DNA. That sounds better.
Well, I've seen a few famous people. Dr. Paul Bearer, Lou Piniella.
Who's Dr. Paul Bearer? Is the Undertaker's manager?
Preacher Feature. He was a local.
Yeah. Okay.
Channel 44 and all that stuff, and then several of the newscasters I've seen in person. Some of those famous ones. And then,
man, you talk about quality of newscasters, local, Tampa?
John Candy, I've seen in person.
Yeah, those newscasters in Tampa are really professional compared to here in Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of them are okay, but most of them look like they just came out of high school and shit. I'm like, what the hell?
There's a couple of women from actresses that came up in the 50s and the 60s and everything like that. I forget. Is it Anne Margaret? I can't remember if Doris Day maybe. One of those actresses I remember meeting at Walt Disney World and everything like that. And then who else? When you start really thinking about it, I met a lot. I met the Queen. Well, not the Queen. I met Princess Di.
I met Princess Di. I was there for that.
Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah.
Several other people, and then the concerts I've been to, so I've seen them in person. So
closest I got to anybody at a concert was when I went to the Grateful Dead concert. It had backstage passes. Mm-hmm. I was like 17. I think I was 17, almost 18. Bob Weir and one of the other guys from Grateful Dead came to go to the stage. That was it. The rest of them, they went underway to get to the stage or something, so they didn't want to be bother with the crowd, I guess, back there or something.
Well,
so Bob Weir, who just passed away last month or the month before from the Grateful Dead, like 80-something years old. A lot of LSD, that'll do it to you. Drinking LSD, pot.
Well, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Let's go ahead and mention our friend Chaz, being that we're talking about famous people who had passed away. Our good friend Chaz, 43 years old, and he's passed. It's a sad thing.
Just talk about it. So I did some milligrams, but yes, it is sad. God, I knew. Well, you met him first because he worked with you. I left that place before he got there, but the first day I met him, and he brought this up all the time. Mm-hmm. I tried to break the ice where we must have been talking about karaoke and singing and stuff, and I must have mentioned, when I was a basic trainer, we used to have a little roundabout shower, and we all sit there naked, but we'd sing songs just to keep our minds, And he said, "Oh yeah, well, you want to see your little dick or something like that?" And I said, "No, they were like, Spencer, get your dick out of the drain." I was clogging the water up,
Yeah, exactly.
And he always say, "Hey, Spencer, get your dick out of the drain." After I told that story. I was going to post on his Facebook, but a lot of people on there don't know me, and they'll probably get my humor. So I was going to put, "Hey," now I can't think what the hell I was going to say. I would say, I always remember when my old Army story I told you, and you never let it down all these years about keeping my dick out of the drain. But everybody would be like, "Oh, this guy's weird," Nobody would know what the hell I'm talking about. So,
well, you could have left it at Army story,
But I could have posted a picture too of my dick in a drain. See?
No, that's true. Yeah, that's. We had a lot of different stories concerning Chaz. So
Yeah, good friend. We hung around with him a lot from the time you met him up to 2004 or 5, maybe 6 for you.
went bowling, karaoke, all that stuff.
Yeah, because after I got involved with a girl in 2003, I wasn't going out too much.
Yeah, that's true.
Occasionally, but yeah. And then unfortunately, he changed friends a lot. He met that girl, had all his friends down in Tampa, so he's in Tampa most of the time. So
Yeah.
different work schedules.
Yeah.
Last time he came up, I think to do karaoke with me, just out of the blue. Hey, I'm going to cheer. You want to meet? It was St. Patrick's Day, 2005, I think it was. And then, yeah, I'm glad he was able to keep in touch though these later years via Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing with I forgot what I was going to say just now. Sorry, I had something I was going to say that you said earlier that
happens, huh? Yeah, it's hard to
recall.
You gotta get that Harry Potter one, and
it's hard to have total recall.
yeah, if I had the Harry Potter one, let me put this over here so I can take it later and remember it. Because
they would need they would need Jaws,
Jaws of Life
to just rip it open and
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Chaz there, Jammer?
Good singing buddy, and because we karaoke with us and everything. He come off where he could look like he was a mean guy and all that stuff, but he was just a big teddy bear, basically.
Yeah, even at a young age when I met him, he was very. I wouldn't say he was mature. He wasn't mature in the brain, I don't think.
No.
But as far as his personality,
yeah,
he came off as a mature person. He did know a lot of mature things. But he's very still young, He seemed like a really mature person for his young age, but really he was his age. Actually, he wasn't as mature as he observed. I observed him. I can't get the words out today, Jammer. Wow.
You're all up.
But he was like that always. I mean, he could talk to you professionally as a friend. He wasn't really a joke. He joked a little bit. He joked, but he wasn't. He was mostly serious all the time.
He wasn't the star in the social, floating around the party type person.
Right.
He was the person who sit back and observe and laugh and all that stuff, and then occasionally say something that might come off as funny or not.
Yeah,
he was more of that serious.
It was usually your guys' banter that would be pretty funny, actually, sometimes.
Yeah, well, he would loosen up around me because whenever we was working together and everything, so...
Yeah. Usually the three of us together and you left, we would describe ourselves as George and Eileen, because Elaine, because we'd be like, get quiet. Oh, how you doing? Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He stole my my duet partner for a lot of songs. Although my duet partner sang more songs than he should have, because he didn't get up there and sing with me too. So. You were singing with Chaz, and you were singing with me, and doing your own songs.
I was trying to maximize that rotation.
Yeah.
I don't know who started that, but I don't think it was me. I'll go up and do that. I'll go. Next thing you know. They're in 5 different songs, right? And then it's back around to them again.
They get upset at us because we would do duets all the time, and then you put down, and I'd come up join you, and you come up join me, and then after a while they'd be like, but I'm like, it's one song a piece.
Exactly.
Technically, it's a half song a piece. If you want to say, okay, they're both up there together. Oh, I sang half song, he sang half a song.
Yeah, because we got several songs that we would do duets on we would rock, man.
Right. Right. Yeah, when you and Chaz was more like I got friends in low places or the Soggy Bottom Boys. I'm sure you guys did a whole lot more.
The Soggy Bottom Boys. What is that other one you said?
I got friends in low places.
Oh yeah, the Garth Brooks. But the one that was that really got into was the Marty Stewart and what was his name? Golly, Marty Stewart and jeez, I'm gonna have to look it up, Anna.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, your memory's bad.
Marty
Morton.
Well, I haven't looked up this guy since we did karaoke.
Oh.
Travis Tritt.
What's the name of the song?
This one's gonna hurt you for a long, long time, or something like that. For good, or
You know what's sad?
there was a time I could drink my cares away and drown out all the heartaches
Yeah.
that hurt me night and day.
You know, one song he used to sing solo, and when he said he got sober a couple years ago, I was like, wow, he's now the song's finally hitting. There you go. He used to sing that song. Forget who sings it, but it's about an alcoholic. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm there. Oh, one more drink, one more beer, one more shot, one more beer. He's talking about drinking and going to AA and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he's getting sober for his family and stuff like that. And then when he told me he was sober, I was like, well, he used to sing that song all the time. I was like, well, oh, good, he's sober now, yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I had more of my beer, I'd say here's to Chaz.
I got one sip. Here's a Chaz.
Me too.
One little sip.
Yeah. And bless his family and everything. And I'm ready for the next beer. How about you?
Same here.
All right. Thanks for watching. Comment, liking, subscribing, and sharing. Tinkle that bell. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Shagdog.
We are the Spitter Swab Beer Review. Doo-doo.
Hey, Shag that doggy.
Yo, jam and jam time. Let's do it.